is the Wall Street. This is the Wall Street Beat Show, Crypto and Crypto. And if you didn't know, now you know, bitches. There's Wall Street, I don't know. It's Crypto and Crypto, don't flip, yo. There's Wall Street, I don't know. It's Crypto and Crypto, don't flip, yo. Talks about niggas Crypto and Crypto. We got these indicators, don't be a hater or a hoe. I gotta let you know, we're making Crypto and Crypto. Hit the like and subscribe, we're going on the run. I get excited when I buy crypto. I said I get excited when I buy crypto. You gotta keep your emotions. I said I get excited when I buy. It's time to settle the score. You don't wanna trade crypto no more. If you don't understand that emotion.
Wall Street!
I don't know.
It's Crypto in Crypto, don't flip, yo. Wall Street Pete, Crypto in Crypto. Every day we talk about making this crypto. We got Bitcoin news, crypto news, positivity every day for you. You hit the like, you hit the subscribe. We talk about going on a ride, talk about hopefully going to the moon, and we're hopefully going soon. A little bit of some crypto news. What's next? I know a lot of y'all are excited to hear about what I think is going to happen next. Crypto total market cap is 1.83. If I refresh, a couple people jumping on the bandwagon this morning. 1.84 trillion, up 3% in the last 24 hours. But I do believe we have a fall. Wall Street Pete is here to tell you about it. This is not financial advice, please. Do your own research as we talk about the interest rates that did rise again to counter higher prices. We know about this. We talked about this. I did say the high volatile day would be the 16th. Watch before the 16th, our last video. Very exciting. We hit precisely about what we were talking about. Interest rates have increased for the third time in 4 months as the Bank of England tries to calm the rise in the cost of living. The rise to 0.75 now to 0.5% comes as prices are climbing faster than pay, squeezing household finances. It means interest rates are now at their highest level since the March 2019 pandemic began. Energy bills and food costs are increasing. There is concern in the war in Ukraine will push prices up further. Inflation, the rate at which prices rise, is currently at 5.5%, well above the 2% targeted of the bank. Big news coming in. If you pay attention, definitely to mention, though, new digital asset manager files for the first ETF, and it's so usual to read NFT, of course. Big deal. Why is this exciting? Well, a new digital asset manager has filed for its first ETF, which seeks to offer exposure to the S&P 500 index while also providing limited access to Bitcoin. So understand how big this is. The digital funds, the S&P 500 Bitcoin 75/25 index ETF would invest roughly 75% of its assets in large U.S. companies within the S&P 500 index. So about 25% of its assets in Bitcoin futures contracts, according to a March 11 regulatory disclosure. So what's the main thing? Well, it's our marrying of the two investment ecosystems that are out there in two broad categories. If you pay attention, Dingo, what's going on? The chooch is back. Digital assets are the future. So if you're not here, you don't believe in this. Most likely, if you're watching this, you do believe in this. All right, Wall Street Pete, doing crypto. Let's get to the charts, as you're probably excited. Before we do
sort
that,
of bugging out of the West is that if the Russians do blow up the bridges, because there's a large river that runs.
So now I want to catch you up real quick. This is a journalist, two journalists stuck in Ukraine. They didn't get a lot of love here, and I'm going to educate a couple people on why this was so important. They happen to have no money in Ukraine. All the sanctions, everything is all screwed up. They can't get to their funds. They're under war. They're under attack. These two journalists are in trouble. What did they do?
Dig through the center of Ukraine if they do blow up the bridges. And, you know, that's, most people have said that probably is going to happen to cut off the east and west. If they do blow those bridges, we're not getting across. The legendary car.
There's zero, it's very hard to get money at the moment, so we found someone that actually would sell us a car with Bitcoin. We're in central Ukraine at the moment and we basically have to get west as fast as possible, so we might end up having to ditch this, but it's at this point it's actually the fastest, safest, quickest way for us to get the fuck out of here.
And it'll be a great story for the future, buying a car in Bitcoin when there's no cash, not having enough fuel to get there, but so it's going to try and fill up water bottles with fuel because no one will let you fill up jerry cans because people are hoarding it.
There aren't any jerry cans.
There aren't even any jerry cans. It's a good story, at least.
So now I never understood, but they were putting TV on the car, I guess so they could understand they're part of the TV crew. This is a very, very amazing story. I clipped it. They're on their way to safety, right? Bitcoin saved their ass. This is just clear as day. This is exactly why we needed Bitcoin. There was no cash. Let's proceed.
In 24 hours, things have changed so dramatically.
Had a window stuck down, so we found the only mechanic in the war zone that is still open, and he's fixing it for it. Well, he's going to try and fix it for us because it is fucking freezing and it's raining. So that's fucking amazing. We have everyone in the workshop helping us out. That's awesome.
So real quick, they went to a mechanic shop in Ukraine. Obviously, they're not from here. They're just journalists, and they actually fixed their window for free. They helped them out. They started to go on a little bit of a rant of how good the people are and how great they were, and they treated them so well to help them get away on their destination. Meanwhile, they're getting bombed and attacked all day long. So imagine how scary this is and how great the people are. They were saying it just shows how great these people in Ukraine are, and that's just an opinion.
All the cash is gone, so that's incredibly fucking difficult.
They got held at gunpoint. This was wild, and then the air raid started. I mean, this is all real. Baby. You can check out the video. I may have to put this in the link below.
Air raid siren. We're trying to take cover wherever we can. The car was donated at the end of this absolutely epic journey to locals in Lviv to move medical supplies and people and anything because, yeah, it's a shitbox, but it still runs and it's still something that can really help them out. I wish I had more footage of this. I did have a lot more, but once we got held at gunpoint, it got really serious and they went through our phones, our cameras, everything. I dumped pretty much all the footage of any.
I mean, listen to what these guys went through. I thought I'd share that with you. If you found that interesting, please share that in the comments. Let me know what you thought. We had the last video. Bitcoin's St. Patrick's Day breakout. Wall Street says, watch before Wednesday. We were trading 37.7, so you can imagine what we did since then. Big talk, though, right? That was wild. Watching those gentlemen be so grateful. And if it wasn't for Bitcoin, who knows? There might have been a story about the journalist that died. I mean, really, this is a true story. Bitcoin saved their life, so understand how important Bitcoin is. Not every asset, not even Ethereum, not Cardano right now from my understanding. None of these tokens could do that for you. Bitcoin is actually the only token that could have saved their ass, the only asset that could have done that digitally. So next time you start thinking or bashing it, start understanding the sanctions are good. The Bitcoin is not making its way around it. You can't just buy tanks with Bitcoin. Understand that logic. So you could buy a car. They had a hard time finding one person who would actually do that. So here we are with Bitcoin now. Every day we talk about the Bitcoin price. We talk about the news. Thought it was some pretty cool news. You hit that like, you hit that subscribe. Imagine this could happen to us. We're fighting for gas. It would be scary. So this is what I think is going to happen. This is the current time since March 2nd, the first of the month of March, fairly well, right? Coming in. We are basically coming through, creating dead cat bounces. And if you see what I think's next in the more short time frame, Bitcoin's going to touch 38.6. That's Wall Street Pete's advice here. Not financial advice, just a gentleman twice as nice. Hopefully you do your own research and check out. But if this is what's happening, you see the high price here that we keep hitting resistance. Well, that price is roughly 44.5. So we're having a lot of trouble all the way from January, the beginning of the new year, which is what I said, January 2022. We started a new trend. Personally, January 22nd. So Yeah, it's wild. I feel the same way. A lot of people I know, I only have a few too, so I agree with that. Having the circle, the people in your circle that you would be the one to survive that situation is pretty wild. I couldn't. Maybe I'll have to put that link below. The whole video was amazing. Some of it got a little boring, but I believe I showed you the coolest parts. Upward W coming, I believe. But what's going to happen? We're going to tank down a little bit. Perhaps we're going to get some red candles. Well, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? It's Thursday. So the weekend is coming. Understand we have not had too many weekends where we were just very bullish. And if you can understand the trend, perhaps this is the weekend here. It wouldn't surprise me. February 16th, what was that? Somewhere this was the weekend in here. It wouldn't surprise me. We had whole weeks in here, so obviously could point it out. But I would imagine the most dramatic was the weekend. What's happening is we are consistently getting these falls. I do believe 38, perhaps 36.5 would be a possible scare me kind of situation that would be scary. But as long as we continue to create new higher lows since the January 22nd of 22, literally the day 22, we're going to be strong. We're going to be looking good. And I do believe after we hit the 38,005 and it scares a couple people and shakes out the weak hands, then we will proceed to get this W towards the upside. So like I said, please hang in. It's really exciting what we see coming. There is going to be a breakout to some side. There will be a shakeout first. So we will be heading down to the downside. Like I said, repeat one more time, we will be heading to the downside, I do believe. Now, it's not guaranteed. This is why we've been buying the dip and accumulating as we've been coming down through here, just in case we did miss out. You do have to understand that some people FOMO in and can change the whole script of Bitcoin, the whole narrative. It doesn't necessarily mean that's going to happen, of course. We're at 1.83 now, down 0.01, just from the 1.84 trillion. So no big deal. Wall Street, Pete Sicto, and crypto, we're here for you. We talk about the crypto market. We talk about the news. We did almost miss this. Just want to talk about this, but Ukraine did pave way for the crypto regulation. It actually happened. This is older news, but today they legalized Bitcoin and crypto in there. So I'm excited. The news came out today. It's official. We're here all day for you. If you do not have Pi, I would recommend you do get to make sure you verify your Pi today. We're going to have to talk about this, as Selner said. So thanks, Selner, for that. We may have to do a Pi video talking about going into your mainnet, locking up some Pi, and also make sure you verify. Make sure you do your KYC verification. It's very important. Do your SMS verification really quick on there so your Pi will be legit once it comes out to the mainnet and to perhaps a platform near you. So that would be exciting. Bitcoinomics, real quick, since I have it up. A lot of these tokens, it seems like altcoin season is coming. Looks like we're going to test this bottom one more time. It does look like you're going to hit the 118, 120 mark one more time. There's a chance. I don't think it's definitely coming, but like I said, with Bitcoin ultimately falling, and I do see that this pattern here is coming, it's looking pretty strong. I had some indicators up telling me there was a chance this can happen. So like I said, you always have to do that. My favorites, I looked at the dominance. The dominance is looking pretty good for an altcoin season. Put the volume down below real quick before we get going. And you see the big pump of volume we're getting. Of course, naturally, a couple people boring, taking a couple bucks. Profits, you'll see this will fall into here, this ascending triangle. Hopefully we get this breakout here. Now, if you see what's going on, what I believe is April's going to be the month we talk about. April, if you see my previous video, I was excited about this chart. I was super excited. There is a 3-month that we were heading down. You can do your own math, do your own research, as I say. There was a 4-month up to the 69,000 into November. Then from November, we went all the way down into about, say, January. If we finished into April of March, say the end of March, that would have been 5 months down or sideways action, including that. The bull cycle seems to be adding a month each month. So what's going to happen? Well, I expect 6 months, 3 to 6 months of going up. So you better get excited. Wall Street Pete is telling you there is maybe one more shakeout to the downside. If you see my EMA ribbon is getting tight, it's going to be a breakout. Perhaps we get one last shakeout. Been a long time since we introduced you to Tigger. Tigger, the ultimate bounce. Tigger, because Tiggers bounce, and that's what Tiggers do. We're going to bounce down to the 60. The 38.6, and that should be the bottom of this trend line. And then you're going to see some parabolic moves to the upside. It will be the last final bounce, and we will be talking about prices all the way up to the 72, 76 in the next 3 to 6 months. I'm excited. You're invited. Wall Street Pete, Sicto in crypto. We're gonna have a good day. La-di-da-da. Ain't no one got it done today. So hit that like, subscribe, baby. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Wall Street Pete, sick dough in crypto. Gentlemen from the New York Mercantile Exchange. We used to work here. Now the Van Gogh Museum. If you're wondering who this crazy bastard is, this is who I am, Wall Street Pete. Used to work on the New York Mercantile floor here, Exchange. Now they got the CME, Chicago Mercantile Exchange, still trying to fight and live. The open outcry is dying. Before you used to hit your buttons on the phone, and you used to just buy Shiba Inu, buy Bitcoin, buy Doge. There was a market, just like commodities here. Before you bought commodities, before you bought stock, there was an open outcry pit. There was no Shiba Inu open outcry pit. But the market, this is commodities, this was an open outcry pit that is now no longer existing due to the digital assets, due to the digital world we're becoming, due to the future. Pay attention to what's happening. Times are changing. Life is changing. Wall Street Pete, enjoy your happy St. Patrick's Day. Hit the like and subscribe, baby, because we're going on a ride. We're going to the moon, and damn, we're going soon. So understand the signs, the last shakeout. Pay attention to every dimension, what's happening. If you want to talk about, perhaps tomorrow, we're going to talk about some altcoins. Tonight, I'm going to celebrate my day. I have a special day today I'm celebrating. I won't be on, most likely. I'm going to be intoxicated, to be fair, and I don't even drink, so that's crazy. But today is a special day for me. I'm not going to talk much about it. But happy St. Patrick's Day. You have a wonderful day. Wall Street Pete, sick dough and crypto. Please be careful of these volatile waves, and be careful in the chat. They're getting worse. They're trying to copy and mimic me so they can get you to send them money. Please do not ever send your money to anyone. Please keep your money, hodl your money, sell high and buy low. Let's go. Wall Street Pete, sick dough and crypto. Hit that like button, baby. Let's go.